very good evening, everybody. So we'll be starting off with the business session for today. So there are two updates. The first update is on behalf of the immediate past president, Toastmasters Anusha. The nominations we are receiving nominations for next EC. So we request the members who have nominated themselves to nominate by 15th of June. So I request everyone to please send your nominations on time. Second update is on behalf of Vice President of Education regarding the role takers. So next week, 2 speech slots have been booked by 2 guest speakers from a different club. And MC has been booked by Toastmasters Sai Snehal. Table topic master is Toastmasters Sharanye. Remaining 2 evaluation, general evaluation and tab Gs are open. So anybody interested, then please contact Toastmasters Sanjana. That's all, and back to this.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. How are you all doing this evening? Very good. Okay. Are you all ready for a session filled with fun, gaiety and lots of learning? Yes. Dear guests, welcome. We promise you such a fun evening that we think at the end of the session, you will walk right up to the VP membership and ask to be Toastmasters from today. So, in order to do that, what is that one lesson that we must all learn and implement? Let's put our phones on silent so that we can have a disturbance-free meeting today. I'll give you 5 seconds to do that. Thank you. That one lesson. A young girl in the south side of Chicago, a high school student, went to see her guidance counselor at school. She was trying to apply to colleges and she was trying to decide, so she went to the guidance counselor. She told her guidance counselor about her dream school. She said, Princeton is my dream school. Princeton, as we know, is an Ivy League school, not easy to get into. So the guidance counselor looked at her, gave her a patronizing smile and said, my dear, I don't think you are Princeton material. Now this kind of, made her, cringe a little bit inside, the student. For some students, this might even be so discouraging. They might say, this guidance counselor has seen so many students over the years. They know the process. If they are telling me to not apply, maybe I should not apply. But this girl was made of different material. She, in fact, used this experience to learn a lesson. What was that lesson? I am not going to let others' opinion dislodge what I know about myself. I am not going to let others' opinion dislodge what I know about myself. So she disregarded the advice, went on to apply. 6 months later, she even got an acceptance in the mail. Now she recalls this event as one of the most pivotal events in her life. And she says the lesson that she learned, she used again and again. She went on to Princeton, which was at that time a male-dominated student population. So she used this lesson there to find herself, to find her voice. She went on, she graduated with honors from Princeton, went on to Harvard Law School and graduated there. Today, we all know her as Michelle Obama, the former First Lady of the United States. Now, she has done great many things after this. She calls this event, as I said, the most pivotal lesson that she learned. She went on to do a lot of things. She has penned 2 great books, Becoming and The Light We Carry. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Awesome books. She used the platform that she got as First Lady to advocate on many issues like women, health, children's education and great many issues. So that lesson served her very well in life to find her voice. Now I know another person who has found their voice through Toastmasters. He is a BCom graduate and he's currently pursuing a career at PwC. He is a travel enthusiast, he loves dogs, and he plans to try all adventure sports all over India. So Toastmasters and guests, with a huge round of applause, please help me welcome the president of our club, Toastmasters Gaurav.
Good evening to all the Toastmasters and to all the guests once again. So I see there are few guests present in today's meeting. I request the guests to please raise from where you are seated and introduce yourself to the club and how you got to know about Toastmasters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chinag. I'm studying in RD College of Engineering. I'm doing my third year in biotechnology over there. So my dad actually recommended me to come to this Toastmasters because he said it would help me a lot, which I believe is true. I wish to improve on my communication skills and also my leadership skills, hopefully, through this opportunity. Currently, my passion is martial arts, so I am already a black belt holder in karate, and I'm currently pursuing boxing.
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Karthik. I'm a hotel here. This is my third year. My friend referred me for this wonderful opportunity given. Based on my lack of communication, I just wanted to improve my communication as well. So, and my self-confidence as well as because in next couple of months I'll be leading into manager skills. I just want to grow up into the stage. I just want to see myself into a different man. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Chinag, and I got referred to some of the acquaintances who have also been part of the Toastmasters club here. And I hope to improve my social communication skills. I am basically a BCom graduate, but currently I'm working as a music educator.
Good evening, class. My name is Lakshmi. I am an insurance advisor with a decade experience. Here I come to know about this Toastmaster from one of my friends who used to come earlier in here. So I want to improve my communication skill and it helps me a lot in my professional life. So that's why just I came here and I want to take back something from here, all of you. Thank you.
Good evening, all. Myself, Savita Bhaskar. Actually, I'm a professional makeup artist representing my company called Please Makeover. Actually, we were looking for some public speaking classes, so wanted to check here. So we came.
I hope I'm not missing out on any of the guests. I welcome all the guests and I hope you guys become members. Now I'll be going with the minutes of the meeting number 1216. And I request Toastmaster Pavani to read out the number.
A very good evening, everyone. Here are the minutes of meeting number 1216 held on 5th of June 2023. Theme: It's all about perspectives. Word of the week: Aplomb. The business session started at 6:22 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Gaurav. In the business session, the following points were addressed. Immediate past President Toastmaster Latha mentioned that the nominations for the Executive Committee for the term July to December 2023 were open and interested members were requested to send a mail regarding the same by 15th of June 2023. On behalf of Vice President Education Toastmaster Sanjana, President Toastmaster Gaurav mentioned that all roles were open for the next meeting. Interested members were requested to contact her for the same. DTM K Prabhakara commended the current and previous club secretaries for their efficiency in consistently preparing and delivering the minutes of the meeting to the members every week by mail. The regular meeting started at 6:24 p.m. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sharanye started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to President Toastmaster Gaurav. President Toastmaster Gaurav opened the meeting, spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Pavani. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Pavani spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers for the day. Timer Toastmaster Sanjana S. Rao, Accounter Toastmaster Ujjwal, Grammarian Toastmaster Sharanye, PP Evaluator Toastmaster Sushruth. The prepared speech session had the following speeches. Speaker 1 Toastmaster Mezzabine, attempting level 1 project 2, evaluated by Toastmaster Shiva. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Mamata, attempting level 1 project 3, evaluated by Toastmaster Sai Snehal. Speaker 3 Toastmaster Sanchit, attempting level 3 project 2, evaluated by DTM Udanka. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Jyothi and had 11 speakers in total. The general evaluation was conducted by Toastmaster Ankita. The winners of the week were Best Prepared Speaker Toastmaster Sanchit, Best Evaluator Toastmaster Shivaprasad, Best Table Topic Speakers DTM K Prabhakara and Toastmaster Sindhushree, Best Role Taker Tab G Toastmaster Sharanye, Best Role Taker MTG Toastmaster Pavani. The President closed the meeting at 8:20 p.m. which was followed by the National Anthem. Thank you and back to President.
Okay, Is there any changes in the MOM? If not, I open meeting number 121. Okay, very good evening once again to all Toastmasters and to all the guests. So, from our childhood, we have been learning some or other thing every day. Maybe from books, or maybe from your teacher, maybe from your parents, maybe from your siblings, maybe from your family members, maybe from your friends, your mentors. The list goes on and on. Sometimes you even learn from your own experiences as well. So there's that one lesson that I always ensure that I keep it within me and ensure that I carry forward it till the day of the last day of my life. So that one lesson is to always value people's time. I have always seen that people take others' time as very granted. They don't care that you're wasting someone else's time by making them wait, or maybe you're not showing up to that venue on time and you're wasting someone else's time. Like how I've observed, mostly I've observed that this happens only in India. Okay. So few of my friends, if they ask me to hang out at maybe 2 o'clock, I'll go by 2:15. I'll ensure that I go by that time. And I can guarantee that people who know me personally here can cover my back saying that I'm a very punctual guy. If they say come at 2 o'clock, I'll be there at 2 o'clock. Maybe due to some disturbances, maybe by 2:15 or 2:30 max. But my friends will make me wait till 3 o'clock, 3:30. Then they'll come and say, I was just sleeping. Or else I forgot that I was supposed to come here. How can you forget that you've given your commitment to some person that you'll be meeting at so and so time? I have been observing that people don't care that they're like, he's waiting, let him wait. What is there? He'll wait. Of course, he can't leave us and go. No? Like for example, think you're going to catch a bus or a train at 7 o'clock in the morning. You will ensure that you wake up on time, you get ready, and you'll be there exactly by 6:30 or 6:40 max. Because if you be there late, the train is gonna leave. It doesn't care if you are inside the train or not. It's just gonna leave. Or maybe you wanna watch a movie at 12:30. You'll ensure you be there at 12:25 or 12:20. Because if you are late, the movie will start. Nobody cares whether you're inside or not. But when it comes to someone else's time, of course that person won't leave and go because he cares that even you will be disturbed emotionally. So we say that anyways he'll wait, let him wait. Who cares? 1 hour is what? Just 60 minutes. Let him wait. So when I was in 10th standard one day, so I was supposed to meet a friend, and he told me let's meet at 2 o'clock. I was there exactly at 2:05, and he made me wait for 1 hour. And to meet him, I had to all the activities that I was supposed to do and finish it that day. I had to postpone it to the next day because I was going to meet him. And after 1 hour, he comes and says, sorry, I was sleeping. I forgot that I was supposed to meet you. I got frustrated. If I had the opportunity, I would have slapped him, but I couldn't. Because I postponed all the things I was supposed to do the next day. So I said, it's fine. Let's get over it. Tell me what is the reason you're meeting. And that experience actually made up my mind that whatever happens, I'm not going to waste someone else's time, because who knows what's happening in their life. Maybe that 1 hour that you wasted may be very important to that person, or maybe even 10 minutes. So I would say it's okay to be little late, but if you're little late because of some external reasons like maybe bad weather or traffic jam or some external emergencies, then it's totally fine. But if it's some silly reason like I was sleeping, I didn't have the mood to come, not acceptable. So this is that one life lesson that I carry forward. And some of my friends say that, why do you always come on time? One day can't you be late? I can be late, but I'll have that guilt every day that I made this person wait for me. And what is the difference if I be late? The person who is waiting, and there won't be any difference between us. So I always ensure that always be on time. And due to this habit of me coming on time. Few of my friends have cultivated the habit of coming on time if they are going to meet me. So in a one way, it's actually a good thing that I'm enforcing this habit to someone else as well. So this I like to introduce the Master of Ceremonies of the day. She is a BCom graduate from Transcend Group of Institutions, and she is currently going to pursue her MBA in Finance from Christ University. She is very passionate about Sanskrit subject, and she has attempted and cleared so many varieties of professional Sanskrit exams. She is a passionate Toastmasters, and I have been seeing her behind this lectern from a very long time. Each and every role that she takes, she ensures that gives her 100% best. With a huge round of applause, please help me welcome Toastmaster Sharanye.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav, for that wonderful introduction. It is a journey that is more valuable, that is more beautiful than that of its destination, said this man. A very good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters present here and your guests. There was this one Mahatriya session that was arranged by our college, and me being a typical teenager just thought to myself that this is going to be one boring long lecture session, so I just decided to sit in the last row. This man came, he started explaining his story, and he also started answering a few of our questions. When he was answering one of the questions, one line which struck was when he told, the journey is more beautiful than that of a destination. We as normal people keep thinking about that we have to achieve utmost success. We have to be great in this. We have to earn this much money. But rather than being sad and crib about how difficult it is to reach our destination, we can be happy and reach it so that we have a feeling of achievement that we have enjoyed both our destination and our journey. Why we all have joined Toastmasters here? Keeping in mind the destination to become great public speakers, there's one person who is not only helping us reaching our destination, but he's also helping us enjoy the process, that is the journey, is Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. The first Toastmasters was introduced in the year 1924 at YMCA Santa Ana, California. Now there are over 280,000 members in 144 countries with over 14,700 member clubs. One such club is our Mekong Communication Club, which was incorporated in the year 1998. For the benefits of the guests, I will be explaining how the journey of Toastmaster meeting works. First comes the prepared speech session, where the speakers get time to prepare for a speech on a subject of their choice as per the guidelines of the manual. Coming to the second session, that is the table topic session, which is the most exciting session in Toastmasters meeting. Here the speakers are chosen randomly and are given a topic which they have to respond immediately. Now the third session, that is the evaluation session. This is where all the speakers and the proceedings of the meeting will be evaluated and the feedback will be given. There are these small lessons which have the highest weightage in exams. Exactly like that, in Toastmasters, there are some roles which have the utmost importance. When I call upon the role takers here, I request them to come here and give a brief for the better understanding of everyone. Firstly, I would want to introduce timer, distinguished Toastmaster Udanka.
Good evening, everyone. As we all know, time is very precious, and so is in our meetings. So there is a few guidelines for your time limit behind the lectern. For prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. I'll be showing the green card at the end of 5 minutes, yellow card at the end of 6 minutes, and red card at the end of 7 minutes. Similarly, for table topic session, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes, 1 green, 1.5 yellow, and 2 red. And for individual evaluation, it's 2 to 3 minutes, green at 2, yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes. With that, I'll be giving my report during the general evaluation. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Udanka. Now I want to welcome the R-Counter Deputant Toastmaster, Anusha.
Good evening to to all my fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. The purpose of an hour counter is to note overused words such as filler sounds used as crutch words by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, and you know. This sounds may be etc. Like I just used. I will be giving my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anusha. Now I would want to call the PP Evaluator Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We all learn a lot of lessons in our lives. Let's see if you can keep up with these ones during the meeting. First thing is, avoid talking about sex, religion or politics during the meeting or behind the lectern to avoid hurting anybody's sentiments. Enter and exit the meeting only during an applause and avoid crosstalk, and also keep your phones on silent. With this, we can have a very gay meeting. Thank you and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. Now I would want to call upon the Grammarian Toastmaster Shiva.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. When I heard Gaurav speaking today, I could relate a lot, right? We Indians don't use proper grammar. I'll try to come, means I won't come. I'm 5 minutes away, means I'm 1 hour away, right? And for that purpose, for all of us Indians to use proper grammar, we have a grammarian in every Toastmasters meet, right? I'll be making note of the good usages and the not so good usages of English, wherein I'll be suggesting some improvements so that you can give better speeches. Also, we have a word of the day, which is gaiety, a feeling of happiness and fun. And a usage of this in the English language would be, the guests typically enjoy the warmth and gaiety of the Toastmasters meeting. I hope that is true, and I'll give it back to the Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva. Moving on to the first station of the journey, that is called the prepared speech session. In today's meeting, we have 2 speakers, and before I call upon the first speaker, I request the individual evaluator, Toastmaster Jyothi, to read out the project guidelines.
Purpose statement of the speech is, the purpose of this project is for the members to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. Notes for the evaluator: during the completion of this project, the member has spent time learning about and practicing their body language, including gestures and other non-verbal communication, along with their vocal variety, including pace, tone, pitch and volume. About this speech, the member will present a well-organized speech on any topic. Watch for the members' awareness of their intentional and unintentional movement and body language. Note distracting movements as well as movements that enhances the speech. The speech may be humorous, informational or any style the member chooses. Use this evaluation for speakers who have indicated they want to be evaluated on body language and vocal variety. If the member has indicated they only want to be evaluated on vocal variety, please use the speech profile available on the base camp. And with this, over to the Master of Ceremony, and all the best to the speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi. Our first speaker today is a BCom graduate. He is also pursuing CFA, and he has been active in stock market for the past 3 years. He also has a dream to start a business in finance. The one lesson I have learned from this person is that he makes the least interesting topic, something talking about vegetables, in particular drumstick, most interesting. So he's attempting level 1 project 3. So let us welcome the first speaker with a speech titled Why Not? Why Not, Toastmaster Sushruth.
Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. The purpose of my speech is introduction to vocal variety and body language. I thought, what shall I speak on? A marvelous idea just came to my mind just then. The topic I have the most expertise in, the quantum physics. But I had a little confusion whether quantum ends with M or N. So I thought, why not something else? Just like girls ignore my messages, I ignored the topic of quantum physics and thought of my crush, the table topics. Why not, right? I just went to the Mekong Communication Club's YouTube channel, listed out some 2 to 3 table topics, including some I had talked on, and made a list. Our Toastmaster Shiva had told me, deliver a fully humorous speech if you can on the next page. So I thought, why not? I am like that only. So the first topic I chose was one of the topics from my Evaluator, Jyothi ma'am, the flying vehicle that you own. Obviously, most of us know here, I talk most about my childhood, the days I really owned, the days of my Gaiety. One day in a hot summer, me and my very close friend Akshay decided that we are going to swimming pool. It was 2:40 already and the swimming pool would start at 3. The only mode of transportation we had was the bicycle that Akshay owned. Akshay decided that he'll be the rider and I'll be sitting in the back. I said, yes, we'll move. Akshay started pedaling. We went with a lot of josh and enthusiasm and hurry. He pedaled even faster, we speeded up. In very less time, we reached a downhill. The cycle was moving in the speed of light. Just then, something happened which shouldn't have happened. A beautiful girl passed right in front of us. And we, men being men, we were like, but road had different plan for us. Road had a speed breaker. The cycle, moving in the speed of light, just crashed to the speed breaker and took away. The cycle, our flying vehicle I owned, was 6 feet in the air. Me, looking at the girl, was still in the ground. Even to this day, you can now clearly see the dent I have here. The day I clearly can't forget in my life. Days went on. Everything was good. I thought of doing something I really loved. I wanted to practice martial arts. This takes me to the next topic I chose, and again by Jyothi ma'am, the arm workout machine. One day, my father gave me $500 and told me, bring something home. Me being me, I thought, why not? And straight away went to Decathlon store, bought a 400 rupee arm workout machine, and came home back. That was the first martial arts tournament I lost to my dad. At least I would have not been experimented with the oldest forms of martial arts like Kung Fu combined with the newest forms of martial arts like kickboxing. At least if I had not spent the remaining $100 on that ice cream that tasted like toddler's medicine. So I really don't have any regrets for that day, because I learned a lot of tricks that day, which really made me one of the most feared martial artists of my time. Definitely my mom being the top, whom even my dad feared. So the last but not the least topic from Sai Snehal. One idea that changed your mind over years. One idea that changed my mind over years is my father's way of communication. Definitely not the martial arts, but he's a very witty and humorous person. I liked how he thought about the humor. He always thought humor is like liquid. You can bend it, shape it however you want. I witnessed how he managed and how he managed a very serious situations into a very easy and funny environment with his communication skills. So that is one lesson that I learned very much, and I'll keep it with me, that I learned from my father. While framing this script, I realized one thing. That is so much of why nots combined that I am here. I always thought experimentation is the essence of growth. So with this, I like to end this, and why not to give it back to the MC.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sushruth. Before I call upon the second speaker, I would request the individual evaluator, Toastmaster Lakshmi, to read out the project guidelines.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Good evening again, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn about different types of negotiation and the strategies that can be used when negotiating. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of a past or future negotiation in his or her life. Notes for the evaluator: during the completion of this project, the member spent time learning about different negotiation styles and strategies, reflected on a past or future negotiation in his or her life. About the speech, the member will deliver a well-organized speech about a negotiation in his or her life. The speech may be humorous, informational, or crafted in any style that appeals to the member and supports the speech content. The speech should not be a report on the content of the Negotiate the Best Outcome project. Thank you. I wish the speaker all the best. Thank you, and back to you, madam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi. The second speaker today is a BCom graduate from Jain University and is currently pursuing chartered accountancy. He is a runner and also a football player. He loves to read and get to know anything about finance and investment. The one lesson not only me, everyone in this room have learned from him is how to invest if we ever get a house next to the Ambanis. The speaker is attempting level 3 project 1 with a speech titled Decoding Successful Deals. So please help me welcome the second speaker, Toastmaster Saiganesh, with a huge round of applause.
Negotiation is not just a mere exchange of words. It's a battle of the mind. In this fast-paced and dynamic world, negotiation acts as a critical tool for success, both personally and professionally. Good evening, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. A few months ago, I had an opportunity to take part in a meeting with a potential client of our firm. It was a high-stakes negotiation, and the reason why I say it was a high-stakes negotiation is because the outcome of that meeting could potentially affect the business growth and reputation of our firm. It was a big day, a big occasion, and we were faced with big demands. The meeting, our team consisted of 8 members, and it was spearheaded by the senior partner of our firm. I found myself very lucky to be a part of this cohort of people because it was the first time in my life that I was involved with such a high-level negotiation. So as the meeting progressed, I observed that there are 4 key points for a successful negotiation which I would like to share with all of you today. The first weapon in our arsenal was preparation. As they say, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. In a negotiation, knowledge about the client is very important and it is power. In-depth research in order to understand the needs and interests of the client was paramount. And thus, we equipped ourselves with facts, figures, and a clear understanding of our own goals and limitations before we stepped into the meeting. And thus, when we stepped into the meeting armed with such knowledge, we did not just enter as a team, we entered as a force to be reckoned with. But mere preparation is not enough. The true strength of negotiation lies in active listening. It's not about hearing the words, it's about understanding the underlying motivations, aspirations, and fears of the client, which is very important. For instance, our client constantly feared about the controls that were present in his organization. He was worried that there was a serious case of mismanagement of funds, because of which they were not able to expand at the pace at which they intended. This was a valuable insight for us because it enabled us to plan the entire structure of the audit in an effective and clear manner. I realized that there is a thin line that separates hearing from listening, and that is to have an open mind. At the outset of the meeting, many of those aspects which I thought were trivial proved to be the biggest bottlenecks that the company was facing as the meeting progressed. And thus I learned that it's important not to jump into conclusions or draw conclusions, but instead have an open mind to hear them out before drawing conclusions. The third important strategy for a successful negotiation is flexibility. Through the course of the meeting, our team constantly were open to expectations of the client, and by providing them alternate solutions and approaches in order to help those strategies. Finally, we were able to eventually finalize on a proposal which met or matched their requirements with our capabilities. The fourth and the most important aspect of a successful negotiation is value creation. What value are you as an individual, firm, or a company, or even a team going to bring onto the table, which will impact the business of the client? That is value creation. There were numerous occasions where our senior partner emphasized on or reassured to the client the vast experience that we have as a firm, and emphasized on the vast experience of the staff who would be involved on the job. He discussed the potential problems that may arise if a particular strategy were to be implemented, and also provided him alternative solutions to counter those strategies. And thus, we were able to gain the trust of the client, which was very important. In the end, our negotiation efforts paid off, and we were able to secure the internal audit of the client. Looking back, I feel that this achievement did not just bring financial benefits to our firm, but it also reinforced on the importance of critical factors that lead to an effective or successful negotiation. Today, as I stand here before you, I would request all of you, because I know Toastmasters is about active listening, about interesting topics, so I would request all of you to please repeat after me the 4 key points for a successful negotiation. Preparation, active listening, flexibility, and value creation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saiganesh. this comes to the end of the first station. Moving to the second station, which is the most exciting part of Toastmasters' journey, that is the table topic session. Today's table topic master is a BE and MBA graduate. She is working as Associate Product Manager. She serves as A2 Area Director and was the PR Chair for ENCORE 2022. The one lesson I learned from her is to not give up any title or badge, no matter what, whoever it is. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Sindhu with a huge round of applause.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sharanye, for such a beautiful introduction. I did learn a lot of lessons today. I learned a lesson that never make Gaurav wait. And I learned a lesson also that never ever give any weird topics to Toastmaster Sushruth. And also clearly learned about negotiation skills from Saiganesh. But let's proceed forward today. Clearly this is the most fun part of a Toastmaster meeting, and I love hosting table topic session. Who better to host a table topic session if not the most fun person of the club? Don't judge. So what is table topic session? For the benefit of the guest, table topic session is a segment in a Toastmaster meeting where an individual member of the club is asked to come on the spot and speak on a topic which will be given by a table topic master, which is me, and it is requested for the person who occupies this particular lectern to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I request the timer to demonstrate the timing device as I tell them. So the minimum basic timing is 1 minute, where the timer will show the green card, and at 1 minute 30 seconds will show the yellow card, and 2 minutes the maximum time limit you have to speak is for red card. So as and when we progress through the session, I shall be giving out the topics and welcome the speaker on the stage, and I request everyone to participate. The purpose of table topic session is for the members to think quickly, gather the thoughts, and speak confidently on the stage. And in case if I assure you, I'm not going to ask you any question on geopolitics or ask you who is the President of India, so don't have to worry about it. Got it? So let's proceed forward. So the very first topic that I would like to give is to Toastmaster Balaji, and the topic is, some people are just like ants. You skip them. Some people are just like ants. You skip them. Toastmaster Balaji.
No wonder I tried to skip the table topic master today. Irrespective the fact that I clearly don't know what I'm speaking about, you all cannot really skip me today because I'm not an ant. I'm a person, and people are those things, even if they are fun, boring, or any kind. You definitely don't skip them. Because you know what, how much ever fun we make of these ads, how much ever away we try to stay from them, end of the day they still add some value into our lives, and they do give us some kind of perspective. Now these are the ads that you've been trying to run away, but these are the same ads that you empty your entire bank balance for. These are the ads that you say it's not the one that you need to be into, but these are the ads that you keep in your home in the form of products. These are the ads where you say, I am never going to do this, but these are the exact ads that will get you to do the next second itself. And that is exactly how these people who cannot be skipped. Just like our area director here, who I started off a joke with. She might come across as an ad, but you can't skip it. And she might come across as someone you don't need, but you definitely do. And she might come across as someone who is very, very affordable, but she'll definitely get your bank balance loaded up because she is that stock who'll get things raised in the market. Now with that, I would like to say that people are definitely not to be skipped because you don't know what product is for what purpose. They just not might be for you, but they're definitely for someone. Back to the next topic.
Thank Thank you so much, Toastmaster Balaji. I couldn't figure out if it was a compliment or if it was a complaint on my behalf. But it's okay, take it as a compliment. Thank you so much. To proceed forward with the session, I would like to welcome the next table topic speaker, that is Toastmaster Vijay Upendra on the stage. And the topic is, the shoe you are trying to fit in is not your size. The shoe that you are trying to fit in is not your size. Toastmaster Vijay Upendra.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Good evening, Toastmasters. Welcome guests. The show that I am not supposed to take is what the meaning of that. That reminds me of an incident in my life where I was forced to take an employment which is not my cup of tea. That is automobile. I joined various groups in the 1984, much to the reluctance of my own individual capabilities, because situations were such that I was forced to. I was there for 7 years, cribbing, not happy with my work. I wanted to quit. I quit in the year 1990, jumped into a different line altogether, which is not related to my education at all. That is electrical line, panel beating activity, which really made me to learn many dimensions of electrical engineering. From there, I jumped into finance. Likewise, wherever I felt that shoe is not fitting to me, I quit and jumped into different segments altogether. This gave me an opportunity to understand myself better, develop the qualitative aspects of dynamism within myself, face the life, whatever might be the external world says, I may not be worried about it, because each one of us have got our own way different. There is no need to be a follower. Everyone says that I want to be a leader. Hardly they think inside, what is the leadership quality that I need to develop? Instead, they become follower and always look up to a leader. This is the irony of life. So, whenever you get a chance, extend your comfort zone or find a new show and start a journey afresh. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vijay Upendra sir, for that beautiful insights. People often say that you should love what you do. If not, you cannot sustain the job or the life that you go through. So clearly, you've made some bold choices in your life, and kudos to you. So to proceed forward in the session, so the next topic is, you did the best you could and still it wasn't good enough. You did the best you could and still it wasn't good enough. Toastmaster Shiva, I would like to welcome you on the stage.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, for this wonderful topic. Very good evening to my fellow Toastmasters and guests. When the Table Topics Master was introducing her role, she said, I will not be asking you about geopolitics or who is the President of India. It would be better if you did that. Instead of giving such a super philosophical topic to me. You tried your best but did not?
But it still wasn't good enough.
Still wasn't good enough. I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Well, once I was out in the field playing cricket with my friends, and the ball, and I was fielding, right? And the ball went high up in the air. And it didn't come straight to me. Those are the most difficult catches. It was going somewhere else, and I had to run after the ball. And you know how cricket grounds are in India. You have a lot of people, so you're scared I'll collide with somebody, something might happen, right? So I ran, and as soon as the ball went up in the air, my friend who was the bowler screamed, Shiva! Easy! Easy! And I'm running, I run and I butter the catch. I drop the catch. And my friend says, we'll shift this guy's fielding position. You come nearby, come into the 30-yard circle. There is no 30-yard circle, but come nearby and field. And then I come into the 30-yard circle. The batsman hits the ball towards me. Again, I'm like, this time I'm going to take it, right? I sit down, I block the ball with my body. I sit down and I'm ready to take it, and before I know it, the ball has gone behind. It has gone for 4. So, if you want to be a good fielder in cricket, definitely don't take advice from me. Because I try so hard and I try to get so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Table topics master.
So today we know something that Shiva is not good at, that's cricket. Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva, for that beautiful response. So let's proceed forward. So the next topic is best memories always remain unphotographed. Best memories always remain unphotographed. For this, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Jyothi on the stage.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Good evening to fellow Toastmasters and guests. Best memories do not need a photograph. Today's trend is to capture every moment in your selfies or in your cell phone. I did try, I was quite influenced by this taking photographs every second and every minute, and I remember we had gone to Sirsi, and I was so overwhelmed with taking pictures that I really forgot about looking at the place, looking at the beautiful sceneries, looking at the laughter of my friends and families with whom I had gone, looking at what they were up to, but I was so engrossed with clicking many pictures of one angle. And today, if I look back and open the cell phone to look at the pictures, they are so boring because it's just a picture in my cell phone, picture in my cell phone. And when I try to recollect the memories how it was, I am unable to visualize anything. All I remember is I was busy trying to make the angle or take a picture with an angle so that my pictures are much more better and would be appreciated by myself to see what a good photographer I am in that cell phone. So I think that is one thing I realized, that I'm not good at photography and that is not my intention. So I have 100% stopped picking out my cell phone to take up cameras. So after that, wherever I have been, I have all the memories in my heart, in my mind, but nothing on my cell phone. And over to the Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyothi. A quote very well said, be in the moment to experience a life to its full potential. Thank you so much. So let's proceed forward to the next topic. And the next topic is unwritten rules of texting with friends that you didn't know. Unwritten rules of texting with friends that you didn't know, and this topic goes to Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Topics master, fellow Toastmaster and guest. Unwritten rules?
Of texting.
Of texting. I'm sure most of us are at least on more than one messaging platforms, like normal messages, WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal. I think I can consider Facebook Messenger for some of us here. There's one thing that I really learned from texting for so many years is that when you have the red receipts on and someone else is in the same chat as you and replying to you instantly, you continue the conversation as long as it goes on, regardless of how boring it is or how complicated it gets. This is something that I learned really hard, that you should have the red recipe, no, not have the red recipes, but at least stay in the conversation if the red recipes are on. Second thing is, this I learned the really hard way. Say for example, you're texting late in the night and suddenly you doze off. You don't leave the other person hanging, waiting for a message like, are you awake, are you alive, what's happening, please let me know. You don't know what is happening. So let them know that you're off to sleep, or you'll get back to them sometime later. And if it is a textable thing, please text it, don't call me and ask. Because sometimes some people call me and ask all of a sudden, can you please share the link for meeting 116644? That could have been a message, no offense to anybody, but you can call me anytime. But this is something which I learned, not just for here as well, but anywhere. If it's something that you can send it as a text, which is not important and urgent, send it and wait for the other person to reply it, so you don't waste each other's time. I hope I've given some rules that you can follow. Back to the MC.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. Clearly, you've learned how to text over a period of time. Thank you. So let's proceed forward with the next topic now. So the next topic is, what is something you learned very late in life but you wish you knew before? What is something you learned very late in life but you wish you knew earlier? And for this topic, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Anusha on the stage. Good evening to all Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Something I learned early and I wish I knew earlier. Okay. I think it would probably be to learn to say no. So everyone has their own boundaries, right? Okay. So it's very important you learn to say no, because you have your own set of boundaries and you don't like people intervening them. You might feel it's unpolite, you might feel that you might hurt others' feelings or anything of that sort, or you don't want to take up certain things, but just because they're saying you need to do it. But that's not so. If you don't like it, you can always say no. With that, that's your favorite. Thank you, Toastmaster Anusha. It's a very important lesson that you learn in life, that you have to say how to tell no. So that's something that we all learned very late. So to proceed forward in the next topic, so the next topic is, never let things you want make you forget the things you already have. Never let the things you want make you forget the things that you already have. So for this topic, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Latha on the stage, please.
Good evening, everybody. Now, the topic what I have got is, it's very simple, that you should always not wait for an apple which is not in your hand, but wait for the mango which is already in your hand. So it's the same what it means. We always have a tendency to run behind things which we want to achieve, but never respect the things what we already have in our life. So what the examples can be our health, our education, our family, our me time. This will be always in our hand, but you never respect. But we always keep running behind wealth, what other people have opinion about us, how they perceive us, what do they think about us. These are the things what we run behind. So it's always better to respect what we have in hand, love it, respect it, enjoy it, rather than going for things what is not in our hands. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Latha, for such a beautiful response. Always prioritize yourself and things you already have in the moment, and don't go for things that's not in your hands. So to go with the next topic, so the next topic is, which one of these options is hardest for you to say and why? Which one of these options is hardest for you to say and why? And the options are, I apologize, I need help, I love you, I was wrong. The options are, I apologize, I need help, I love you and I was wrong. And this topic goes to DTM Udanka.
Thank you for this topic, Topics Master, and I would choose the second option because that is help. Yeah. So I am a person who, like, you ask me for help, I am there to help you out. But when it comes from me, someone asks me to do work and I need help, I'll take a step back and asking them, can you please help me out? Rather, I figure it out how to do, or it's okay if I burden things on myself, but I do it very well. And I mean, I don't know if I can do it very well or not, but I make sure that I complete it without asking help. I don't know why I have that habit cultivated in me that I don't approach people for help, but if people are approaching for their help, I'm always there for them. And that is one option. Second is love you proposing is definitely a tough part for me, because me being a youngster and trying to go on some dates and other stuff which did not work out. So that would be the two options where I would not take things. And coming to the first and fourth point, first one is apology, and fourth one is wrong. These are the things I would never, I won't hesitate to tell, because if I am wrong, yes, it's okay if my fault is there or not. I want to just apologize for them, because the bond what we have there with friends or anyone that matters, I don't want to lose that there. So what happens during those, it's okay, no matter what the position we are in, the bonding is what is really important for me. So with that, back to your topics, Master.
The options that I gave are something very difficult for every person to express himself. When you want to apologize to your person, you have to put your ego aside. When you say you love somebody, you have to put yourself forward and be vulnerable. Or when you say that you are wrong, you're accepting your mistakes. Or when you say that you need help, you're begging somebody. So these are the most difficult things for a person to tell. But I urge everybody to be expressive, speak as much as you want. There's no wrong in depending on somebody who is next to you. So the next topic is 20 minutes of doing something is better than 20 hours of thinking about doing something. The topic is 20 minutes of doing something is better than 20 hours of thinking about doing something. And for this particular topic, I would like to welcome DTM K Prabhakara on the stage, please.
Pretty complicated topic. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. The best way to look at it is that you may have a vision and a mission, but it starts from an idea. Idea, whether it can be broken down to executable levels. It's about breaking down the task to executable levels. So it's not about 20 minutes or 20 hours. It is more like if you put 20 hours non-stop, perhaps you can really execute and be done with that. Or continuously thinking 20 minutes now, 20 minutes later, another 10 minutes there. It's not like something like this in the college when you are studying for exam. It is that you continuously focus on one subject and finish everything and get a comprehensive understanding of the whole subject, then you get a grip on that. Rather than all subjects you study 20 minutes each, and at the end of it, your mind is not able to sink in the whole thing. It depends on the individual to individual, how he views or manages to look forward to solving a problem. I consider most of the thing, our mind as a problem-solving machine. All the time, as soon as you wake up, the first thing that it reminds you is the kind of problem that you are going to face the next what particular day. The way to solve that kind of problem, 20 minutes or 20 hours, is that write down a diary. The previous night, you have to list out what are the things that your mind is trying to resolve or grapple with. And then you will know that the most important problem is the one that you have to separate it out and allow your mind to resolve that, because it is going to work in a way that you can solve a problem. Like I said, that you have to break it down to tasks that are executable. So it's not the way you divide the time to the way you want it, important, urgent, whole lot of 80-20 theory, whole lot of stuff is there. But prioritizing, but writing down a problem and breaking it down to the tasks that are executable is the one that is going to pave way for solution towards achieving a particular idea in a way that is going to be liked by you, perhaps recognized by others. Over to table topic, Master.
Thank you so much, Vijay K Prabhakara, for that really wonderful response. Anytime you want to achieve something, you might not be able to put together all of your thoughts. No, you cannot put all of your thoughts together. So that time, write down everything. Maybe after that, you can mind map all of them together, and finally, you have something, a very good idea. So we have a last topic for the day, and for this, I would like to welcome any of our guests to take this particular topic. And the topic is, when you become a diamond, you will realize why life had to pressure you. The topic is, when you become a diamond, you will realize why life had to pressure you. I request any of the guests to take this particular topic. Please welcome guest Chinag.
So, the diamond is formed from coal, like as we all know it. So the coal is present in nature, and you have the coal which is not that much of value as compared to a diamond. So what happens when in life you go through a lot of difficult situations and things like that? It helps you to become better and become more valuable as compared to the same raw material which you were before you were facing the pressures. And then later on you move on towards becoming so good that you are the most valuable thing on the planet. So that's how the diamond is better.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chinag. In a very, in a different way, when you face difficulties in your life, you keep asking, why me? God, why me? Why doesn't it have to be somebody else, or probably my friend who is doing very good? So something like that. But instead of questioning the process, probably just go through it. Maybe there's something better awaiting for you. Not to be philosophical, but very true in the end of the day. So with this, I've come to the end of the table topic session, and thank you for being such a wonderful audience, and I hope I did not bore any one of you present over here, and I guess you all had wonderful time. And thank you so much. And from next time when you're trying to take up a stage behind this lectern, please make sure you use your 1 to 2 minutes exactly. And if you're worried about what to give, like if you're thinking what exactly can I talk about, take the 30 seconds to think about the topic and prepare yourself, organize your speeches, and then again give your speech. The time is waiting for all of you, everybody here to listen. And thank you so much, and back to table Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sharanye.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sindhu. Are you guys enjoying the journey so far?
Yes.
Before we move on to the next part of the journey, let us have a 10 minutes networking break. This break is more like birthday vibes for me, but kitty party vibes for Toastmaster Gaurav. So let us have 10 minutes break. Welcome back, everyone. I think we are back with energy to continue our journey. The third station is called the General Evaluation Session, where we learn a lot of lessons, and today's General Evaluator is a construction technologist working at Autodesk. He has traveled and worked in different countries such as USA and UAE. The one lesson I have learned from him is not to compromise on the quality of the speech. It doesn't matter how many ever speeches that you deliver, the quantity. And the another lesson I learned today from him was how many ever floors you have to climb, it's okay. Don't use the elevator, use the steps. So please help me welcome the General Evaluator of today's evening, Toastmaster Raja.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and a warm welcome to the guest. The tagline of Toastmasters is, where leaders are made. It is not where speakers are made. That is because along with learning the art of speaking, you also learn about how to give and receive feedback. We are not always good with receiving feedback, especially if you are listening to feedback that is coming from the managers you hate. right? When they are giving the feedback, you're thinking in the mind, oh God, this time also my increment is gone. But feedbacks are very important, and that's how you grow in your career. So having said that, I'm going to do the role of the evaluator today, and I'll be giving the evaluation for the entire meeting. The meeting started at 6:20 p.m. which I'm very happy about it, because last time I attended it was 15 minutes late. Now it's 5 minutes, we are improving. And the business session was really crisp and to the point. And the President did a wonderful job on that, and I don't have any comments on that. Next, Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Lakshmi did a wonderful introduction. Sergeant at Arms is a very important role because they are the people who will bring the energy into the meeting. So you did that very well. And also you told the story. When you tell a story, you connect with the audience more. And her story on Michelle Obama and how she was rejected by someone in the Princeton, and how she went ahead and achieved all the things she achieved in her life. So it was very well done, Toastmaster Lakshmi. And also you introduced the President even without the notes. So that shows like how much of practice you have done, understanding like who you are going to introduce and how without seeing the notes, and you memorized everything, so which was really good. I don't have any comments for you as well in terms of your role in Sergeant at Arms. Now, the President's address. So Toastmaster Gaurav, so if I am doing any speech, I take like 2 weeks time. Start with it, prepare it, and then do the delivery. But Toastmaster Gaurav is getting the theme, I don't know, maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. Some people forget, he will get it on Monday. Right? And some of the themes are even tougher. Like the last one, I attended Curves and Curls. That also he was able to bring up something and speak on that. So I really appreciate and see Toastmaster Gaurav in terms of how he manages to speak for every theme that is created. If I have to say anything as a development for Toastmaster Gaurav, is that this is something that maybe you might have heard from others as well. It is about the eye contact with the entire audience. So when you're speaking, almost 50% of your speech was towards the first person sitting on the left side, and sometimes over here. And also voice modulation is something that you can improve on. But other than that, I'm still amazed on how you come up with different speeches within the short span of time and the theme that is given to you. Now, minutes of meeting was read by Toastmaster Pavani. Oh, Sheila? Okay. Okay, maybe she can see the recording. Pavani does it like a machine. When I say machine in a very good way, there was no errors. Whenever she asks, is there any changes in the minutes of meeting? No, I never seen any time saying like no. Every time it is an S. And when you're doing the meeting, and any meeting without the meeting minutes, it's only 50% done. Because when you look at it after some time, you don't know who won it, who are all involved in it. So Pavani is doing a very good job, and the next day she will send the meeting minutes properly. When you start something and when you finish something, your willpower increases, right? And this is one way that every one of us can improve the willpower, is when we start something and when we finish something, and we finish it by creating the meeting minutes. And it was a perfect summary. So now, going to the prepared speeches section, I would like to, before I call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Jyothi, I want to know if you have received the PDF well in advance.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, the answer is yes, because I've been in Toastmaster for 6 months. Nobody said no, so I don't know how to react if you would have said no. Thank you for saying that, yes. So I would like to call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Jyothi.
Good evening to Toastmasters and guests, and my particular very warm good evening to Toastmaster Sushruth. Why not? Why not learn one lesson with much fun and gaiety from Sushruth? What I learned was picking up topics for your speech from the table topic master, from the past meetings that has been conducted. Now that was something very creative. When he started his meeting with, I thought what to speak about, and I said, Arre Babre, what is he going to talk when he doesn't know what he's going to talk about? And then he moved on with bringing in quantum physics, and I was again worried. I don't know anything about physics, what do I evaluate? And then it went on amazingly. Right in the beginning, he told the lectern to be put aside. He took the entire dais for himself, quite open, because these heights are fierce, like we can fidget here with our fingers and all. But that showed his confidence of ready to deliver his speech. The topic required about his body language and vocal variety, which I shall evaluate your speech in 3 parts: what you excel, what you want to work on, and what could you challenge yourself. So you excelled on with the requirement about your body language, gestures and vocal variety. Like in your body language, you said, girls ignored my message, the way I ignored people, I ignored quantum physics, with his movements. And then the downhill, how the cycle went flying and how he went downhill, that was like the body language was there. And even in his vocal variety, he slowed down when he wanted to say, yes, we will move. It became very soft and silent. So that you worked on. That was, you excelled at all those things. What you may want to work on is you remove this so that you could take the entire dais, so you could have moved around. Like you could have said, and I fell down, the cycle was flying high up in the air. So you could have just moved around the entire floor here. And the other thing what you could have done is the transition from one sequence to the other. You started with what topics you selected, and then you came up with the topic. So once you said that I still have a dent here from the cycle thing, and after a pause you went on to the your father gave you money to get something. You could have added that still having a dent but not wanting to damage it, I tried martial art. And that is when I wanted to try martial art, and that is when my father gave me 500 rupees to get something, and I got this. So it could be a continuous sequence where it would not come up in breaks. And you, what I would want to tell you to challenge yourself is you have a very creative and humor within you, where you can weave these speeches along with the transition and take it with the humor that you have so very well ingrained in you. All in all, it was a wonderful speech. The content was good, the delivery was good. With you had quite a lot of punchlines, like humor is like liquid, shape it anyhow. That could have come, you could have made it like strong and loud. And like what you ended, what experimentation is the essence of growth. With that, you could have made a more of vocal variety and brought it out and made an impact. But all in all, with all this strength that you have of the creative and the languages, I'm sure you will go a long way further in your speeches as and how you keep on delivering it. Thank you, and over to Vijay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi, for such a detailed evaluation. You talked about where Toastmaster Sushruth excelled in and what are the areas that he needs to work upon. And rightly you mentioned about his transition from one story to another, which was, I believe he will take it and work on it in the next session. So talking about, so it was a well done evaluation, Toastmaster Jyothi. So talking about Sushruth's speech, he has a unique sense of humor, and last week I was not able to attend the Toastmasters, and I was watching the recording in which he was saying he used to practice martial arts. People used to call him Bruce Lee. His friend doesn't take jokes, they used to call him seriously. Right? So I was really laughing at that, and you have that unique sense of humor. And that sense of humor actually comes up when you come for a table topic, which is like very hard. You come up, you immediately that comes to you, and then you are able to tell that. And today you have made it innovative. You took up those table topics and you have made it as a speech, and you delivered it. So that is very well done. There were some gold mines as well in your speech, like humor is liquid, you can shape it, and quite a few like that. So well done to the evaluator and also to Toastmaster Sushruth. A round of applause. So now I would like to call upon evaluator to Toastmaster Lakshmi. Did you get the PDF in advance? Please
Yes,
say
I
yes.
did.
Okay, yes.
Contemplating saying
Okay.
no, but we did send it. Good evening again, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Saiganesh, in particular. Decoding successful deals. Congratulations on completing level 3 project 1. You had a content-rich, loaded speech. If I were to start the evaluation by saying what you excelled at and then slowly saying what you could have improved on, your vocabulary was excellent. I feel you gave the grammarian a lot of work. He had a lot of writing to do, so I believe we'll hear that. So, for good usages, I mean. Excellent use of language. Your sentences were really well formed. So language-wise, great points for that. All the emotion that and the hard work and the commitment that you have towards this negotiating such a deal came through in what you were saying. Great use of space. You have the advantage of great height. You do not need the lectern. You can take it away. Not that it made a difference, because for me it makes a difference. For you it won't. So, but even so, I feel that you could take it away and you do equally well. And now, what you could have done a little more was maybe move around the stage a little bit. Now, your speech, while it was content-rich and loaded with a lot of information, could you have livened it up a little bit? Because you are a veteran Toastmaster. All topics, connect more with audience if there is a story involved, or if there is a little bit of a, lively incident or a little bit of humor, something attached to it. Now this is negotiating. I'm sure that there were incidents where, you did something or you said something or somebody said something that livened up the room or livened up the negotiation. Maybe you could have brought that in here. Maybe you could have enacted what two people did during the negotiation. That led to a successful negotiation. So those things I think maybe you could work on. There was a minute in there where you thought you forgot the content. Now I challenge you to, in such a situation in future, can you use a mind calming technique and introduce a meaningful pause or a line of humor or something? Could you maybe think of that in advance for your speech? In case this happens, I am going to just say this here. So that way it does not appear as though you have forgotten, but you can seamlessly connect it to the next point, because by the time you say a line or two, whatever you were thinking of earlier comes back to you. So that is something that you may want to think about. I think you can also go script free because you were doing fine, but you had the script, so I think you can go script free. So that is a feedback for you. In conclusion, I would say that it was a great speech. It was very interesting. You gave us very good takeaways. You made the audience repeat all the points. So next time we are in a negotiation, we know what to do. And we also know that why we negotiate, because we never cut what we can untie. Successful negotiation is not about getting to yes. It is about mastering the no and understanding what the path to an agreement is. You showed us through example how you achieved it. So congratulations. And conclude on an exuberant note. You won the deal. Did you go out and celebrate? Did you, what did you do? You won a big deal for your company. As a team, you did it. So conclude on an exuberant note. With that, Congratulations again on completing this level and hoping to see more good speeches from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi, for such a detailed evaluation. You talked about where he excelled at and where he can improve upon. And you also hit one of the important point of liven it up a little bit. I'll talk about that in a moment. And also you talked about the mind calming technique. This is for all of us as well. When you forget something, you have a filler over there, and that's a technique that all of us can take and apply in our speeches. So very well done evaluation. And coming to Toastmaster Saiganesh, it was a very content heavy speech, and you talked about negotiation very well. It is just that, as Toastmaster Lakshmi mentioned, it became so official and chapters by chapters, right? You could have added more story in that. It became like an office presentation, and I don't want to take names, but I've seen people snoozing. So don't, like, what you could have done is you could have said like a story, right? And what from that story you could have connected, and some humor, maybe that kind of speech would have engaged the audience more rather than just step by step like an MBA class, right? So that is something that you can, I think you will take it up on a positive note. It is for all of us, and work on the next one. So a huge round of applause for Toastmasters. Okay, now coming to the table topics master, Toastmaster Sindhushree. Toastmaster Sindhushree is very comfortable with table topics. Whenever she comes here, she immediately creates a story and delivers a well-organized table topics. And today she has taken the role of table topics master. And you started it with humor, and you also clearly explained to everyone, especially we have a lot of guests today, you clearly explained what it is to them. And so that was very well done. And the quotes, the topics that you chose, I think you put really a lot of time into that, because everything was like really good, and it made people think more on those particular quotes. So it was very well done. One thing, there are areas that you can improve upon is, for the first two speakers, you called the speaker and then told the topic, and then later you changed it. That is something that you can work upon. Your ending also, it was great. So I'm going to actually take your advice, right? I'm going to apologize to more people, right? I'm going to say I need help to more people. I'm going to say I love you to more people. It's just that my wife will have a problem, but I'm going to take your advice. And it was well conducted, and the ending also was fantastic. So a round of applause to our table topics master. So now I think we need to vote for the best speaker, the best table topic speaker, and the individual evaluator. Now I would like to call upon the Grammarian to give out his report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. One lesson I've learned today is never expect the General Evaluator to call you the third TAPC holding. So let me start off with the good usages. Patronizing smile, cringe a little bit, dislodge, pivotal lesson, found their voice through Toastmasters, toddler's medicine, experimentation is the essence of growth, spearheaded cohort of people, failing to prepare is preparing to fail, paramount, armed with knowledge, forced to be reckoned with, reluctance of my own capabilities, dynamism within myself, buttered the catch, cultivated in me, executable levels, livened it up a bit, and we never cut what we can untie. Now coming to the not so good usages. Is there any changes in the MOM? Are there any changes to the MOM? Carry forward it could have been carry it forward. Take time as granted could have been take time for granted. Swimming pool would start at 3 could have been swimming pool would open at 3 p.m. Irrespective of the fact could have been irrespective of the fact. Textable thing, I don't know if this is a good usage or not so good usage. Unpolite could have been impolite. Finally, the another thing could have been just another thing. Coming to the word of the day today, which was gaiety. It was used by the Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Lakshmi once, Speaker number 1 Toastmaster Sushruth once, and Evaluator 1 Toastmaster Jyothi. I hope I haven't missed out anybody's name. With that, back to the general evaluator.
Well done, Toastmaster Shiva. Humor connects with people than any other thing. So Toastmaster Shiva, make sure there is a humor in whichever role he takes up. And this is something, again, I'm coming back to where leaders are made. This is something that he's going to take throughout his life. So well done, Toastmaster Shiva, for the detailed report. Next, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Udanka for the time limit.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and the timings is as follows. The business session was to be for 3 minutes and it lasted for 1 minute. Welcome by Sergeant at Arms was allocated 3 minutes and she took 3 minutes 35 seconds. Presidential address for 5 minutes and he took 5 minutes 4 seconds. Introduction of the Madam Toastmaster was for 1 minute and it was taken 30 seconds. Report on previous meeting was allocated 2 minutes and was taken 2 minutes 10 seconds. Speakers, the time allotted was 7 minutes. Speaker 1 took 6 minutes 05 seconds and Speaker 2 took 6 minutes 50 seconds. Individual evaluation were allocated 3 minutes and it were first evaluator took 4 minutes 43 seconds and second evaluator took 3 minutes 34 seconds. There was a nice coincidence in speakers and evaluators timings today. Moving on with the table topic session, we had 10 topics and except for 3 members, everyone spoke for more than 1 minute, and there were 6 members who spoke more than 2 minutes. The table topic master herself has taken around 7 minutes 30 seconds. The MC has taken around about 8 minutes 30 seconds so far. The general evaluation is so far happening for 13 minutes and 46 seconds and still counting. Back to your general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Udanka, for the detailed report on the and the timer. And if I have to give any feedback, maybe you can add a little bit more introduction when you are introducing as timer. So that would be my feedback. But other than that, everything is done was like very sharp. So let me go to the next Tab G role. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Looks like we have put our lessons to good use today. There was no talk about sex, religion or politics. There was no entry and exit there was no entry and exit otherwise, but there was only during applause. And also there was one small phone ring, but it was silenced immediately, so I can ignore it like I haven't heard it. Apart from that, it was a really great meeting. Thank you, and back to them.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. So 2 days back, I happened to meet Toastmaster Sai Snehal. So I was in the cult gym and I saw Sai Snehal and I thought, like, am I in Toastmasters? It was good interacting with him. So it was a very well done evaluation, Sai Snehal. And even you captured, there was a small phone ring. I didn't hear that. I don't know how many of them heard that, but it was well done and you captured it well. So let me move on to the next Tab G role. I would like to call Toastmaster Anusha.
Good evening to everyone again. I'm the all counter for today. and my role was to see the number of R's, and repeated words and clutch words. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Lakshmi used one and used you know twice. President Toastmaster Gaurav used one so and you know twice. Toastmaster of the day Toastmaster Sharanye, flawless. Timer DTM Udanka, no words. R counter Toastmaster Anusha, plus 1. 3 R's and 1 Grammarian Toastmaster Sai Snehal, flawless. PP Evaluator Toastmaster Shiva, 1 Speaker 1 Toastmaster Sushruth, 2 R's, that's all. And Evaluator of Speech 1 Toastmaster Jyothi, 2 R's, clutch words like like and you know. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Sai Snehal, 1 Evaluator Speech Toastmaster Lakshmi, 1 and Table Topic Master Toastmaster Sindhushree, 5 R's. Speaker 1 Toastmaster Balaji, flawless. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Vijay Upendra, flawless. Speaker 3 Toastmaster Shiva, flawless. Speaker 4 Toastmaster Jyothi, 1 Speaker 5 Toastmaster Sai Snehal, flawless. Speaker 6 Toastmaster Anusha, 3 R's. Speaker 7 Toastmaster Latha, flawless. Speaker 8 DTM Udanka, flawless. Speaker 9 DTM K Prabhakara, 1 Speaker 10 Guest Chinag, 1 and General Evaluator, 3 R's. DTM Raja. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anusha, for such a detailed evaluation. This being your first time as our counter, you did a fantastic job of telling how many of us used different R's, passes, and other things. Well done to you. Okay, so the last role, Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Sharanye, you did a fantastic job as usual. You started with a story, and where you talked about how journey is better than the destination. And you connected that. You didn't take more time on telling that story. You took that app time and then moved on to how you can connect that story with Toastmasters, and also you gave a lot of analogies, like how the exams questions, some has more weightages. So that was like very good. And even when calling the different speakers or even calling me, you were able to add some humor to it, like the drumstick joke, or how I took the staircase and how you learned from that. So all of those things were really great. A job well done, Toastmaster Sharanye. So a round of applause for her. So with that, I end my evaluation and I give it back to you. Okay. So I think a few more votes needs to be done for the Tab G role and the MTG role. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja. This brings us to the destination, and I hope all of you have learned a lesson and also took some valuable lessons home. With this, I hand over the charge back to the President.
I'll be announcing the winners of today. So, the best role taker MPG, it's a tie between Master of Ceremonies and the Table Topic Master. The best role taker Tab G goes to a Grammarian Toastmasters. best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Shiva. I think it is third time winning 2 ribbons continuously. The best evaluator for today goes to Toastmaster Lakshmi. The best speaker for today is aka known as the Bruce Lee of Toastmaster Sushruth. Thank you everyone for coming on time, and I close meeting number 1217. I request everyone to raise for last one.